Hey, welcome to another episode of Music Tips and Reviews with JG. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I wanted to do this review earlier. Was a little bit under the weather this weekend. Things happen. But I'm here now. I got to do this review. Kendrick Lamar GNX album. Finally heard it. Yesterday. So this review is based off of, first time listening to it. My first time listening. I thought it was a great album. The sound of the album seems like it was between the D Word album and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers album. It was in between the sound sonically of those albums. And coming to find out, Kendrick Lamar's GNX album earned 44.2 million Spotify streams in 7 hours. So that's huge. It was like he pulled a Beyonce on this one, because people weren't expecting this album. People weren't expecting it. He pulled a Drake, he pulled a Beyonce on this particular album. And so we're going to get right into the track list. Alright, so starting with the album cover. I know it's a lot of artists now there, being more simplistic, I guess, artistic with their album cover. I think this fits the album well. I think especially where he is in his career, just simplicity, and it kind of describes what I got from the album as well. Bringing out more of his lyricism out more than, just focusing on the beats. I feel like this is more his simplistic, as far as production wise, one of his most simplistic albums as far as production. Shout out to Mustard. He did they have a tight knit relationship as far as music is concerned, and I think their sound really is very good together. It's a good contrast as far as Mustard's simplicity as far as his production, and Kendrick as far as his complex lyrics at times. So I thought it was a very good mix as far as production. Of course, Soundwave, shout out to Soundwave as well. He did a lot of production on this album as well. Racked Out Morals was a very interesting song. He's really showing how hard he works, getting to where he is. And then, when he get to his prime, when he gets to a spot where people are really recognizing him. He has been recognized, but now he's responding to these discs, and they're becoming very celebratory. Everybody's celebrating these responses that he's done these past 2 years. People is not congratulating him. As far, people are not looking at his side as far as the Lil Wayne situation. And he mentions that, in this song, he talks about he used to bump Carter 3, and now, he feels like he did something wrong because, he got the Super Bowl. And I heard a lot of reviewers talking about this, as far as, they make it seem like Lil Wayne, he was supposed to do it. Like he was designated to do the Super Bowl, but it's based on the NFL, it's based on, the powers that be, to, choose who's going to, do the halftime show at the Super Bowl. And a lot of people were, they didn't really look at Kendrick Lamar's side. He's earned the right to be on this big platform, Super Bowl halftime. And he, from his side, he feel like people is not really appreciating him, even though he's had a lot of success. Skill wise, he's one of the best as far as lyricism, as far as creativity, as far as music. And he says, people have a lot of opinions, but no power to carry it. And I thought that was a dope line. He talks about he's not using no double entendres because he really wants to spit. He just want to spit the truth. He just want to air out what he feels as far as on this record is concerned. And so I thought that was very good song. Love the hard drums. I love the way it switched up. The energy just really climaxed throughout the song. I love that as well. Squabble Up was like a fun record. It was like it reminded me like the Manny Fresh vibe, 2000s, early 2000s vibe. Kind of give me that Not Like Us vibe to it as well. Luther, loves one of my favorite songs on the album, featuring SZA, talking about a loyal, relationship and love. Basically holding each other down. Love the way they use the sample "If This World Was Mine," Luther and Sherilyn song. So I love SZA's tone, very smooth on this record, very sensual tone on this record. So I love that. Man in the Garden gave me that Nas One Mic vibe. Really the energy building up, the simplicity of the beat, the sonics of the beat really was reminiscent of Nas One Mic. So I like that. He talks about deserving greatness, being respected among, it's respected as far as accolades is concerned. He want to be known. He want his name to be by world leaders. He want to show respect for the greats that came before him. Hey Now, interesting tone from K Dot. He always, and I like that about Kendrick. He switches up his tone. He don't stay the same as far as his approach or his cadence. And that's the good thing about Kendrick. He's very versatile. He can switch his flow all types of ways. I just love the hyphy feel. Kind of reminds me of that E40 vibe, and I love the kick on here. With the 808s, was very dope. Reincarnated, very interesting track as well. Giving me the Tupac vibe. I think he really wanted to pay homage to Tupac on this song, especially the cadence he had. And it was like he was reincarnate, like he was picking up, Tupac's spirit as he was doing this song. And that was and it was kind of like, no pun intended, like he was, reincarnating, Tupac's soul as far as his delivery on this record. So I thought it was very interesting. TV Off, I love the hits on this beat. I love the sample chops. Was very interesting. Love the beat change. I just love it. He said, somebody got to put their foot on the gas. Somebody got to apply pressure to this game. Because I do feel at times hip hop has really died in a way. It used to be a point where it was very highly competitive. And so I feel like Kendrick has put that foot in the gas as far as, the competition aspect of hip hop, and I think that's really what he was talking about in this song. Dodger Blue was a dope song as well. I like when he does the singing, rapping. I think that's very creative. Just, the love and respect for LA, where he come from. It's just really, paying homage to where he's from. And I think that was one of my favorite songs on the album. Peekaboo. I think he was just having fun on this track. Honestly, I felt like this song could have been left off, but I think he wanted to add some different contrast to the album, different extremes to the album, and I thought that's why he probably kept this on the album. Love the kick and bass combo, the way they balanced, sonically, from a producer standpoint. That was pretty good. My Heart Part 6. I love the way he used the SWV, Use Your Heart sample. He's just talking about his rise to the top of the game. Kendrick, a lot of West Coast legends, rap legends like Snoop Dogg, and a lot of them, they're giving him his crown, now in the current hip hop game. And so, that's very cool. People are giving him his props. Of course, the Super Bowl thing, people are really back and forth about that. But going back to the song My Heart Part 6, it's just really showing the evolution of Kendrick. I believe he's still, he has no problems with TDE, but he wants to start his own, business, start his own lane, his own label. I believe he's already started his own label, but he want to get more into, the evolution of K-Dot as a business person. Of course, these people helped him along the way as far as TDE is concerned, but I feel he's trying to step in his, I would say, like, boss lane. And so, My Heart was very interesting. Like I said, I love the way they used that sample, SWV, Use Your Heart. I thought that was very dope. GNX, the self-titled song, I thought it was good. It was okay. The beat was kind of strange. Least favorite on the album. It wasn't all that to me. GNX. I believe GNX is based off of a Buick car way back then in the past. But it's a classic, vintage car, I believe. Gloria. Love the soulful vibe of the beat. Really talking about the ups and downs of a relationship. How one side, a relationship at one point can be one-sided, and understanding each side of a relationship. And I love it. I love the vibe. I love the vibe of this beat. I love the when SZA and Kendrick do a collab. And I love SZA's texture on this track. Very different for her. But I love the sensuality, like the other track, Luther. I love her sensuality on here. I love how versatile. I love how versatile SZA can be as far as music is concerned. I love the versatility. And so great album. I just love the creativity that he put as far as each track. But I feel cohesively it wasn't all the way there. I feel like it was a good album. It was a great album, but it wasn't cohesive like his other albums were. I think it's just songs that he's had, and he just put them together, to fit a puzzle. But it wasn't as cohesive as a lot of his other albums. That's what I feel. And so I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I give this album an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't give it quite a 9 out of 10 because of those reasons. And I felt a lot of, like, 2 or 3 of these songs could have been left off and maybe replaced with another song to me. But overall, I give this a solid 8 out of 10. Wasn't a bad album lyrically. The versatility, that Kendrick has as an artist is unmatched, I feel. And so, I give this album an 8 out of 10. If you like this review, give me a thumbs up. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you'll be updated on all my latest content. So appreciate y'all for watching, and until next time, all right, peace.